Docker images and containers. Images and containers are core Docker concepts. Many beginners confuse these two terms. Understanding the relationship is essential for Docker. Every Docker workflow depends on images and containers. Why this topic matters. Docker uses images to create containers. Containers cannot exist without images. Images define what a container should contain. Understanding this concept simplifies Docker learning. What is a Docker image? A Docker image is a read-only template. Images contain everything needed to run an application. Images are used to create containers. Images are stored locally or in registries. Image analogy. Think of an image as a blueprint. A blueprint describes how something should be built. The blueprint itself is not the final product. Images define how containers are created. What does a Docker image contain? Application code. Runtime environment. Libraries. Dependencies. Configuration files. Image example. The Nginx image contains web server software. Required libraries are included. Default configurations are packaged. The image is ready to create containers. What is a Docker container? A container is a running instance of an image. Containers execute applications. Containers are isolated environments. Containers are created from images. Container analogy. Image equals blueprint. Container equals building. One blueprint can create many buildings. One image can create many containers. Container example. Command. Docker run Nginx. Docker creates a container from the Nginx image. The Nginx web server starts running. Image versus container. Docker image. Template. Read-only. Stored on disk. Not running. Docker container. Running instance. Executing application. Can be started or stopped. Created from an image. Real-world bakery analogy. Recipe equals Docker image. Cake equals Docker container. One recipe creates many cakes. One image creates many containers. One image, multiple containers. A single image can create many containers. Containers run independently. Each container has its own lifecycle. Images remain unchanged. Example, multiple containers. Docker run Nginx. Docker run Nginx. Docker run Nginx. 3 containers created from one image. Why Docker uses images? Easy application distribution. Environment consistency. Version control. Faster deployments. Simplified collaboration. What are image layers? Docker images are built using layers. Each layer represents a change. Layers are stacked together. Docker reuses existing layers when possible. Common image layers. Base operating system. Package installation. Runtime environment. Application code. Configuration settings. Benefits of layered images. Faster downloads. Reduced storage usage. Efficient caching. Faster builds. Better performance. Viewing local images. Use. Docker images. Displays downloaded images. Helps manage local image storage. Information shown by Docker images. Repository name. Tag. Image ID. Creation date. Image size. Example image list. Nginx. Ubuntu. MySQL. Redis. Postgres. These images can be used to create containers. Viewing running containers. Use. Docker PS. Displays active containers. Shows container status and details. Viewing all containers. Use. Docker PSA. Displays running and stopped containers. Useful for lifecycle management. Container lifecycle overview. Create. Start. Run. Stop. Remove. Containers move through these stages. Images remain unchanged. Images are generally read-only. Containers do not modify the original image. Every new container starts from the same image. This ensures consistency. Practical team example. Team members share the same image. Each developer creates containers locally. Environments remain consistent. Deployment problems are reduced. Images in real projects. Web servers. Databases. APIs. Background services. Microservices. Each service often uses a dedicated Docker image. Benefits of containers. Fast startup. Isolation. Portability. Consistency. Resource efficiency. Common beginner mistakes. Confusing images and containers. Deleting containers but expecting images to disappear. Assuming images are running applications. Forgetting the image-container relationship. Remember this rule. Image equals blueprint. Container equals running instance. Understanding this rule makes Docker easier to learn. Key takeaways and lesson summary. Images are templates used to create containers. Containers are running instances of images. One image can create many containers. Docker images use layers for efficiency. Understanding images and containers is fundamental to Docker.